Well, like a few days ago, I went to a local thrift store, the one I always go to, and I got this GE VCR. I'll show you the front. It is a model number. You can't really see that, but it says VG4056. And this is only a mono VCR, but it is still 4 heads, and I have figured out that 4-head VCRs actually can exist. I was wondering how, because there's only 2 slits on the head, but it turns out there's actually 2 heads. There's actually 2 different heads per hole, so 2 plus 2 is 4. Simple. But now while we're on the inside, let me show you the mechanism. This is a Daewoo made mechanism, which isn't that great, but it's still way better than Funai made mechanisms. But if we were to make a chart of the worst VCR mechanisms, Daewoo would be number 2, but Funai would be number 1. But let's just get back. And there's a date code right there, and it says June 17th, 1996, which makes this VCR 21 years of age. Get back. And here's the front, and one nice thing is I actually got the remote with it. Yeah, it came with the remote. So I switch to the VCR, I can switch the line input, although that can still be done with the channel buttons. Even on the front. So I don't know why they would include that, but I guess if you just want to if you're far from the video input and you want to jump to the video input immediately, that would come in handy. Then there's a clear button that clears out the timer, and then the display, which puts on the display. The power button, and of course normal functions, and the tape speed button. This is only a 2-speed VCR, but I have a few others that are 3 speeds. Some are mono, some are stereo. Yeah. Okay, enough of that. Let's show the mechanism with the tape. Oh, this happens sometimes with this. And one thing is that the tape and start and end sensors don't actually work on this VCR. If I press rewind, it'll go until that. I have to stop it. If I just let it sit there, it'll eventually just error out and the VCR will turn itself off. But, yeah. One thing is that I had to replace the capstan belt, so it wasn't working right with the original, and when I took it out, it was warped. It was like shaped into sort of an oval shape. They're supposed to be round, so yeah, that was a problem. It wouldn't fast forward or rewind, and sometimes it would eat the tape. But all that went away when I replaced it, but I had to take this mechanism off. But let's just get back now. I guess hit eject to take the tape out. Let me show you some main gears in action. Now, there's a video drum spinning, and the tape is moving. Then I'll just stop it, and I'll show the eject in close-up. Yeah. Alright. And the bottom side, there's just a metal plate, but if you take that off, it just exposes plastic. Yeah. And this mechanism, it's not very rare, and well, it is found in most Daewoo made VCRs from this era. yeah, but, and, now I guess I will show you, insert the tape again, and I'll fast forward to show you the speed. Now I will fast forward. And this mechanism, it's not very fast, but it's still quite a bit, but it's still faster than the Funai mechanisms, which they're quite slow. Now we'll wind back. We'll wind it. And then it does this at the beginning, and you'll see another side effect of the broken end of tape sensors that don't actually work. Then it just does that, and I have to manually stop it, and if you just leave it there, eventually it'll just turn the VCR off, and when you turn it back on, it'll try and eject the tape, and but if you hold it down, it won't eject, and then when it'll just go back in and turn the VCR off again. So, yeah. But now I'll just eject it. And I guess I'll hook it up to my TV now. Alright, now it's connected to my TV, and it's on the line input. I can switch between them, but this thing, I'll switch to the video input now. I'll put the tape in and show you the video. Please don't mind that, it's just because of my VCR not being able to keep up with this due to this tape being an SLP. So I'll try fast forwarding. And I don't know how well you can get the quality, but you can get the quality through the camera, but whatever you think. Now we'll stop it. And the stop button doesn't act as eject, so I have to press this button. I hate VCRs where the remote doesn't have an eject button. I have a few VCRs where there's no eject button on the remote, which that's really stupid. But that's all for this video. Peace.